What up? My name is Chaxi Erosh is in the building. We are the Just Skinny podcast and we are live from Lepalanka in Lavington. Now, these guys prepare food from all over Africa. They have Nigerian cuisines, Congo, Kenya, Mali. I've never had, I think Mali is the country where people eat rats, right?
Hey. Whoa, you can't just...
I think so. I mean...
That's an entire country, my friend.
Man,
what?
I know in Kenya we don't eat rats.
Oh, gosh.
Like... By that, I mean many people. So it's acceptable to eat rats.
Mali is a top destination for me, though. The music from Malian music is amazing.
The music from
the food.
Couture?
Yes.
But now,
for sure.
According to Chaxi, the food is not...
Yeah, dude. You
just something I said.
What do they cook in Congo? What's the dishes in Congo?
I don't know what they cook in Congo. But I know we have something called the Congo dandies.
Oh.
You guys have seen the guys who live in...
I don't know, Jua.
You know those guys?
They dress really sharp. Doesn't matter how
much money you spend on dressing.
Money you have, but you just look sharp day in,
day out, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. We never checked.
Well, we gotta pay some bills, man. Yeah, and then the La Palanca have grounds you can hold baby showers, birthday parties. When did you guys last?
Do you even know what a baby shower is?
Apart from a rush, every Friday and Saturday they have Roomba live, so you can check them out. But anyway, listen, man, we have Junior Nyong'o on the podcast today. What up, bro?
What's good, bro?
Flower boy.
Uh-huh.
Titty boy. Titty boy is 2 Chainz, right?
No, that's 2 Chainz, man. That is not me.
That's
he's called Titty Boy.
But
Titty Boy, yeah.
But
wow.
Erosh is thinking of the boobies. It's not the boobies.
I was actually, and I was wondering why he would call himself Titty Boy.
Why was 2 Chainz called Titty Boy?
I have no idea. Because that was a Kitambo nickname for him, right?
Before he came back as 2 Chainz.
Yes, as 2 Chainz.
He was Titty Boy.
Used to go by by Titty Boy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's improved anyways.
What I noticed with 2 Chainz, and I know we're not going to talk about 2 Chainz.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just
Definitely.
right. Because it's right there. I think ukiangalia msanii, like there's a lot you can learn from his you can get a lot there's a lot you can get from his personality.
He's rebranding, man.
He's rebranding.
Yeah, like rebranding himself from
Titty Boy to
2 Chainz,
to 2 Chainz,
and coming back with a whole completely new career.
But he had rebranded from something else before that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so. He used to play basketball before that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
he was a baller.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I was trying to say is
away from 2 Chainz.
Anyway, what I was trying to say is now watching his show, the one for most expensive stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have watched.
I have watched an
You
episode.
realize this guy has a really cool, funny personality.
He does.
For sure. He's hilarious.
I thought he was really funny. That you wouldn't get from listening to his music. So, like, you get like
multiple different angles. Yeah,
exactly. So I think if you are a musician like Chaxi, if you are to be a musician, I think you should definitely have a side thing.
Wait, you said a musician like Chaxi. I'm not a musician.
I'm just saying if you are a musician.
Okay.
I know you're not a musician. I know you try.
Yeah, but my EP is coming out, guys. Please support.
Chaxi raps.
Ask him.
You rap, bro?
Yeah.
When I
freestyle, few bars here and there.
Okay, I
drop
some.
I drop some bars.
Yeah.
Right now.
Share. We are live from the beat. Share. Share. Share.
Wait, don't embarrass us in front of Junior, man.
Dude, that's all you're gonna say.
That's it.
I was trying to get the beat.
Okay, so he's basically a hype man.
Yeah.
Or a noise maker. But I mean, talking about rapping and something else that is close to rap is fashion. Junior, you know where I'm going with this.
May I have a question? And I don't know if you're going to chase me out of this. Hebu nikuulize.
Yes.
Yeah. Does your people?
Yeah, huh?
That's
do they know
people
you
is
came
family and friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they know ulikuwa blankets na dress?
Of course, bro. Like this is not the first time I've worn a dress.
The first time they saw you, what happened? What was the reaction like?
It was like, oh, dude, you look cool. That's dope.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. Big facts.
It's a lie.
Where are you going? I'm not lying to you.
Kwani you share the same family members as Junior?
Yeah.
And we didn't know.
Let me just tell you something very simply.
Yeah.
When I dress up, the first thing I think about is comfort, right? Not whether am I trying to make a statement or whatever. It's comfort.
Yeah.
So if I see a situation like, okay, fine. Okay, we're going to blankets and wine.
Chilled.
I'm going to be very relaxed.
Yeah.
I need to be comfortable.
And to have so you can have as much fun as you can.
Exactly. And I look in my wardrobe. My dress that I bought in Target in the States. I'm wearing that today. Done. Right. Of course, in the back of my head, I know this is Nairobi and Kenya.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is I don't care. I
It's
don't.
about you, not about what the society perceives. as
Exactly.
For men or women.
And dude, big facts. We've been trousers is something that was brought from colonialism. You know, from our oppressors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like less than 150 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, we've been wearing long tunics, kaftans, dresses for millennia.
Yeah.
You know, this is not a new thing. It's
Yeah.
just that in the modern lens, it has a certain connotation. But how does that make any sense? Or
So I'm just curious.
Uh-huh.
Between you and your girlfriend, who rocks dresses better than the other?
man,
That's a good one.
that's a
Actually.
good question. That's a good question. Sometimes we rock them together, and you know, we'll see. we'll see. We'll
You,
see.
send,
Yeah,
you,
you
have
have
you have to send us a photo right here.
For sure, I will.
On the post edit, yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna put that
Yeah.
put that up. But I'm like, I feel like your fashion style is bold
And badass.
and it's
Honestly,
badass, bro. I'm not gonna.
Oh, man, you don't even understand how badass that is.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm not trying to be badass, you know.
But
No, but it
is-
looks badass.
But it is
Like
badass.
straight up badass, bro. This
Alright.
looks like you just came from a scene of the 007
Yeah.
or something.
Some shit.
Is it 007 or 777?
I don't
777.
double
It's
double.
007.
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Because a lot of people in Nairobi wouldn't pull that because of
Yeah.
backlash. One,
Yeah.
because of caring what people will
But
say.
let me tell you, dude, like wearing a dress is so liberating. Like, I mean, fine, I wear skinny jeans and everything, but jeans are not that comfortable. They're
What about when you go
restricted.
to pee though? You have to lift the whole thing.
But dude, that's such a like
But
negligible thing. Like,
but you're in the urinal, the gents urinal.
yeah,
And then you have to pull off the dress.
I just pull it up, dude. Like, it's not a big
Nice.
deal.
Yeah, because you have your boxes on anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same way you'd be in a gym or in a pool. But I'm just curious to understand because I've seen some like older pics on your Instagram
Yeah.
of you in a suit and a head wrap, which I feel personally think looks very good
Yeah.
and very cool
Right.
and bold. But then there's people in this society in Kenya who perceive that as gay.
Which is so unfortunate because, like, a head wrap. This is hilarious to me. Like, it's a kikoi that I've wrapped around my head.
Around your hair, yeah.
Celebrating my own culture, you know, on a red carpet in Hollywood. Like, how is that negative, you know? And how is what something I wear on my head a reflection on my gender or sexuality? I don't know. First of all, I have two things to say about that. One, it's none of your business what goes on behind my sheets. See.
Yeah.
Also, as same as it's none of my business what goes on behind your sheet.
Yeah.
You know. And two, how can you like gendered clothing just doesn't make sense. to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. to me, You know. And here's the thing, like I said before, the first things that I consider when I'm dressing up is one, what do I feel like I look fly in, and comfort, right? So, if I'm wearing a head wrap or a dress, like I personally don't wear like mini skirts or anything because I don't think I look good in them.
Yeah.
You know.
But if you find one that looks good,
Yeah, dude,
and you
I-
could rock with some J's and sneakers.
you know, that would be fire. Like if I had like a kilt or something, you know. I mean, the Scottish wear skirts. Like
Yeah.
we're trying to act like we've not been wearing these things for like so long, and it's ridiculous. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess we are all personally, or not from my own place, is based on my own what it is fears. It's not something I would. I don't think I'm bold enough to face that kind of backlash. And I've seen you on tabloids, and I don't know if there's one person who's afraid of being on tabloids.
Yeah.
It's me. Have you seen stories on tabloids?
Yeah, I've
do
seen,
you
but
see?
I don't
How do you
care.
deal?
Yeah, Kwanzaa, I like what I
Like-
like. There's I think OK Africa or one of the blogs
All
that
Africa.
it was
All Africa.
All Africa, right?
Yeah.
That wrote an article about Junior Nyong'o thinks he looks cool in a dress, and I like what he did because he tweeted back and said, "I don't think I know."
Right. Like I don't. Like I know.
I know it looks good. That's why I'm rocking it because I feel like it looks good on me.
Right.
Oh, the rains, man.
You were supposed to project. He was supposed to project like not rain. He said he's a rainmaker.
I know.
Guess how the ocean says hello.
Let me get.
I don't know.
I kid.
It waves.
How do you have these jokes on call like this, dude? You're not even looking at your phone or anything. Are you just a whack guy like that? Are these your party tricks?
I'm a terrible guy.
These your party tricks.
And,
Do you tell girls these jokes?
I do tell girls these tricks.
And they laugh.
And they like these tricks. That's how I get my girls, bro.
Okay.
Maybe you should get a few dry jokes.
It's okay. I'm already sorted. So.
Moving on quickly from the ocean waving and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're all in this like
Online space.
online space, and radio is moving to online, TV is moving to online, people are online.
Yeah.
Eventually we are going to get into this virtual reality situation where we don't know whether we're in the Matrix or we're actually in real life.
Man, I think we have quite a few years before we figure out virtual reality.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I thought by 2018 we'd already like figured it out, but it's still so clunky.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a bit weird.
It's weird still.
It's weird,
It's
yeah.
like I really thought that by now we would have figured it out.
Yeah.
It's for sure. It's gonna. I think even the way we think of virtual reality now, in a few years, when it like really happens, it's not gonna be how we expect it.
But do you think that the AIs are going to take over the world and then we're going to be slaves to our computers?
Definitely, I'm very cynical
You think it's going to happen?
for sure.
Even in Kiambu County?
Clean.
Bro, don't just drop Kiambu Ivo ovyo.
There's no way AI...
You think in Kiambu we just plant potatoes?
Kiambu County? Kiambu County, there's no way. Let me tell you what I want to see. And I know this makes me a mean person, but I'd like to see a 60-year-old
Okay.
with those virtual reality things, And I would like to see how that goes.
How does that mean?
I think he or she will really freak out.
Yeah.
Like with those the eye gadgets in the eyes.
Yeah.
No, that shit is a bit scary, bro. The
It's
first time I
stressful,
wore,
for sure.
Yeah.
There's been such an electric paced development in technology in the past like 15 years that it's crazy. Like I just saw on Twitter the other day that there's a new 16K camera.
What is 16K?
Like 4K.
Yeah, I know 4K.
I've
Yeah.
barely even experienced 4K.
Yeah.
yes,
So I'm trying to understand what 16K
What
is.
16K
16K is like?
looks like.
How can I process something like clearer than my own eyes? Like does that even make any sense?
Safari 16K si pesa. Ni camera.
In the camera.
Ni-
But I'm like, with the rise, I feel like the more accessible internet is becoming to everyone, and the cheaper the internet is becoming in Kenya, the more we're seeing a rise in things like online radio, podcasts are coming up. People are now focusing a lot on YouTube as opposed to just waiting to get on Standard Media Group or the Nation groups or the Royal Media groups.
Yeah.
Do you guys think like in the next 5 years there's gonna be like a whole lot of online radios and podcasts and shows? Is this like the direction young creatives in Kenya are really taking?
Yeah, like the future trends. Like everybody's just going to have, like, I'll have my own FM station.
Yeah, from your
online,
house.
From your house, and Junior will have yours. Like, what are the trends that we are looking at? I think.
Because you work in an online radio,
And you work
Radio
in
Asylum, right?
Yeah, www.radioasylum.com.
Yeah.
I think, for sure, the accessibility of creating your own online platforms is giving a lot of creative people those spaces to, express themselves and, put out content. But I think it's just gonna be constantly changing. What I think the task is to just keep up with the changing times, rather than saying in 5 years there are gonna be so many podcasts and online shows. I think it's smart to be like, okay, let's try this thing now, but evolve as the time goes, because man, technology changes like every 6 months. You know?
You gotta keep up.
Yeah, you just have to keep up. Yeah.
Because I feel like I feel like the space we are in, especially now, it's either you do it yourself or you just wait for a date when things may never really unfold. Because I'm like, that's the same space we were in. We're like, hey, we need to do a podcast and then just push it online. So do we wait or we find our way of doing it and then having it online? Because online is an open space for everybody
For
to
sure.
compete and just put out content. Because I know so many young people who wanna end up on TV or end up on radio, and it's not as easy as it sounds in Kenya. Because you're just dope, you have
being dope doesn't cut it, man. You just have to know people.
Exactly, it's true. You just gotta know people who are in positions,
and it takes a while to like build those relationships and stuff. But I think that's the job of creatives, right? Especially in Nairobi and the culture that we're shaping is it shouldn't take that long to make things happen, right? And so it's like up to us to work together to create these spaces where we can just make things happen for ourselves, and make a big enough splash, a big enough noise that people can't help but they can't ignore you.
Yeah. Because it's the same conversation we were having a few minutes ago about just creating our own space. Because how for how long do you wait to end up in a media house somewhere in the streets of Nairobi?
But I also think that the challenge comes with content creation and the thing that people are so attention span iko chini.
Yeah, for sure.
So people would rather go on a story that keeps on giving, like the like.
You're just gonna go back to Vera and Brown.
Right?
This dude is obsessed with Vera, man.
So I think it gives people like creatives and people who are trying to create these spaces that you're talking about. I don't know what happens, what you do at Asylum Radio, but I'm sure growing an audience is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Keeping them interested is a lot of work. So I think there's that dynamic where like people have to, like you the creator has to like vibe with the audience and like strike a
create a relationship. Yeah.
Create a relationship.
Yeah. It's tricky, man, because there's so much to consume.
But do you ever get tempted to go for the raunchy stories? Like to just like go for
clickbait stories.
Yeah, there's that temptation, but like at the end of the day, you really want to create an audience that is drawn to you for your authenticity, right? And so if you really believe in what you're doing, then yes, I think on one hand it shouldn't take that long, but on the other hand, if you do believe in what you're doing, then it's gonna take as long as it needs to to really create that organic audience. But yeah, it's tricky because there's so much stuff online, but you can't fall privy to that trap of let's just talk about these juicy stories or whatever. Like you just have to stay true to what is you. If that is that your thing of just talking about all those
juicy stories,
then cool.
screenshots,
blah blah blah. But yeah, for us, with me and Susan on our show Friday Foreplay, like it is really just about banter and good vibes,
Yeah.
We want to play music that maybe you don't get to hear much on the radio.
On the mainstream platforms.
On mainstream platforms, including, Kenyan musicians and just music from all over the world.
Yeah.
But as well as the stuff that we talk about, it's just the stuff that we find funny and we think that other people will find funny, and like it's been resonating with people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then from your feedback, it means that for you to exist in this online space for a long time, then you really need to be patient.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't happen overnight.
Patient and consistent.
And
Because
consistent.
The trouble is as well is that there's a lot of content, but there's a lot of am I allowed to
bro, listen, you can curse, you can say whatever.
There's a lot
this
of
is the
shit
show, you
content,
say
man.
whatever you want to say,
Welcome
bro.
to Just Kidding podcast.
Yeah,
Actually, I think we have toned it down.
Yeah, dude.
Nice, you tone it down, bro.
In the beginning, we were a bit off.
We're a bit
off.
Yeah. No, but there's a lot of shit content online. That's the truth. And so it's being dedicated to creating something that is just real, Because, again, something can be whack, but if it's real, people are going to be drawn to it anyway.
Yeah. Because they connect with it.
Right. Like Kardashian stuff. Like, it's whack, but like, dude, it's good. It's real enough, and it's entertaining.
Yes.
It's such a tricky line to follow.
You've gone to that work
balance.
content thing, and I just remembered this. There's a TV show about dating.
At Ibru.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't know. I've always wanted to know: is this show scripted or not? Because
it's tricky, man. I don't know.
I'm going to do a parody of that show because it shouldn't be called Perfect Match. It should be something like Perfect Mismatch. Because all the people I've seen are like
there's always a
perfectly
mismatch.
mismatched.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You just bring the wrong
No,
people
it's
together.
it's so bad that it's good.
Yes.
What are you saying?
That show.
What
is,
are you
It's like what you guys are saying about the G-Wagon. It's so ugly that it looks so nice.
You know, like.
Like, I don't understand how
But I
can people
can't.
be so
I can't hack watching a whole
incompatible.
episode, though, right?
But what I had is they audition people and then they pay people to be on that show.
Of course, yeah.
So it's scripted.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
not
Come
real.
on, bro. So you think they have such mismatches every single week? Kwani,
course.
where do they
Because
get,
they're
they get these
lucky as
people
fuck.
from? They are very lucky, right?
Nah. There's nothing. When it comes to content, media, there's nothing like luck, man.
Damn. Okay, Sawa Basi. I don't. Okay, Sawa Basi. I guess we are not going to find dates there anyway.
No.
They are real.
they're not going- they're not going to
But
find
even
love.
to Juane, what was the name of that show?
I remember
Was it
that
called
one as
Juane?
well. I remember
Do you
that
ever
one. That
hear about
one
that show,
sounded
Juane?
real. I know a friend who went there.
Uh-huh.
He found love. I was I think in college back then.
But I mean, is it that difficult? The ratio of females to male is
Don't go down
7
that
to
road.
1, right?
That's going to land.
So
in
per one
trouble.
dude,
Uh-huh.
ideally, is supposed to have 6 other females.
Wow! I told you.
Every
I
single
warned
time.
you.
What?
Is it
I
that difficult
warned
to
you.
find a show in Nairobi though? That you need to go on a TV station on a show to find a girl?
You tell us.
Because if the ratio of
Dude,
females
but that's what we're
to
saying. though.
males
It's the bag. It's all about the bag.
securing the bag,
Yeah, like they're not going on this show to find.
love
No, it's just that
They're
dude,
getting
it's
paid
it's
for
another
it.
opportunity to get
to
the
make
bag.
money.
Yeah, yeah.
And they said Nairobi ni shamba la mawe. It's very hard to make.
Dude, you gotta respect the hustle. Like at the end of the day.
Yeah, we can say Nairobi is Shambhala Mawe, but at least in Nairobi you have a lot of. I feel like in Nairobi you have a lot of opportunities to do,
That's
to
the
do
tricky thing. Is that
absolutely
there's
anything.
so many. There's like it's an open and like a really ripe creative space.
Yeah.
To do anything, but because of that, it's hard.
It's very hard, and then because of the expenses, bro. Like you could make a lot of money in Nairobi, but just the expenses of just living in Nairobi,
Yeah.
you're almost left with nothing. As soon as you get pay the bills, do ABCD that you wanna
let's
do.
talk about events.
Got bills to
Just
pay.
kidding. Just kidding. We are going to do an event where we talk to people in person.
Yes.
I do an event. It's called Folk Fusion, which is coming up on the 1st of December. At 9:10 James Gishuru. Plug real quick.
All right.
Quick plug,
Yeah.
quick plug.
You also do an event.
Yeah.
How is it like? What is your experience? Because I know my experience. My experience has been great at some point. Tough on the other side. Like Sasingine is just crazy tough.
It's
You do
tricky,
Dala.
man. Yeah, yes. Dala.
Which is Luo for home, right?
Yeah, it's low.
I thought
for
it's a
home.
place. I always thought like
Yeah, Dala is
Wanuwadi Dala. I thought it's
Exactly.
an actual place called Dala.
Oh, no,
Ah.
it just means home. Yeah. Right.
You learn every day.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I studied my high school is in Lowland.
Okay.
At least I know Dala, but I can't construct a Luo sentence. I was there 4 years.
So tell us about home.
That's about home. Well, Dala is an acoustic event for. It's the full name is Dala, the Acoustic Afro Indie Soul Sessions, right?
Hey, slowly there. Hey,
Kizungu nyingi kidogo.
The Acoustic Afro
Kizungu
Indie
inapita.
Soul Sessions, right?
Indie means independent.
Afro indie
Yes.
soul
Okay.
section.
And it's just basically geared towards creating a platform for upcoming and established independent musicians
Yeah.
to, connect with an intimate crowd, a small intimate crowd.
Let me ask you a tough question. What
Yeah.
is an independent artist in Kenya?
By the way.
I really mean I mean leaning more towards the acoustic rather than the independent. If that makes sense,
okay.
right? So a musician that either self-accompanies or
Yeah.
has a small band,
Yeah.
but just doesn't play with like backing tracks.
Okay.
True.
Live music.
Exactly.
A
live
musician that
music.
plays
Yeah,
live music. All right.
But not necessarily like a full band, because this is not full bands.
Oh, it's just chill and
It's supposed to be very chill vibe.
okay.
Yeah. And so we've held 2 so far. And yeah, they've been really well attended. The first one we started off with a bang. It was Karen, Shiano Maimba,
I know, sure.
Tetu Shani,
Damn.
Wanja Uhuru.
And
That's a
Wanja.
Stella.
Yeah.
Am I
But,
using the word
like,
right?
if you're gonna
Stella
start
Reina.
something,
Ooh.
you have to start like running out the gates.
Yeah, you gotta set the pace.
Yeah, and it was amazing. We did it at my place, in my garden at home, at my parents' garden. And it rained. I remember we had a tent, and it rained while Shiano was playing,
So it's
and
you.
no one left.
So
Wow.
it's definitely you.
Everyone just like vibed into the tent.
Then this
It's
rain
you.
thing is
It's
you, bro.
'cause we've
Just
done this
rained
podcast
in the
for
middle of
years
the
and it's never rained.
And it's never rained on the show.
Okay, but it didn't rain on the second one.
You bring the rain, bro.
Nah, I did.
There's a thing about your ancestors or you and rain. You should ask.
Why are you blaming me?
Definitely you. So you
They were talking about the first edition.
Yeah, no, it was such a vibe. And I felt like I met a lot of new people as well at that. And so, yeah, the idea is to just, create these spaces for these musicians. And so, the third one, Dala Volume 3, is on the 2nd of December from 3 to 7.
A week.
Jiweke Tavern.
It's exactly a week from when this episode airs. So at Jiweke Tavern on the 2nd of December.
Correct. Yeah.
And we have 2 tickets actually to Dala that we're
Yes.
going to give if you want to go experience the Afro indie soul experience.
Hey,
Okay.
bro, well done, bro.
Let me tell you, if my KCPE was coming out today, man, I'd be balling out of control.
If it was coming out today, yes.
Let's not
But when
even
it came out, when it actually came
let's
out,
not even go there.
so
A cool 50.
Yeah. Let me, guys. You guys know Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
of course you know how.
So what do you think? Oh, I'm sorry. So what do you think he called his wife before he got married?
Fiance.
Yeah.
I also know the jokes.
You
you
also
know
know
the
the jokes of
Alright.
Beyonce. So let's talk about Dala Volume 3. I have the artwork here with me.
Uh-huh.
There's Kavinya, there's Mush from the Bush, then there's Labdi, who's a good friend, there's Kato Change, shout out to Kato Change, man. And then there's Wild Apple, and then there's, how do you pronounce this other name? Black Moon.
Black Moon.
Black Moon.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard of Black Moon before. And then tickets
Well, now
are,
you'll find out.
yeah, I need to. I'm gonna be at Jiweke Tavern on the 2nd of December, right?
Correct.
Then advance tickets go for 1,000 bob. Get tickets go for 1,200 bob, right?
Yeah.
I just want to know about Dala. Who can perform at Dala and who cannot perform at Dala? Like, what is the criteria here?
The criteria basically
Christoph can't perform at that.
Christoph definitely no.
Erosh can perform at Dala.
Yes.
Yeah, turn
Yes,
up.
sir.
Let's do it.
Why not, man?
Can I perform at Dala?
Nah,
see,
man.
we heard your bars earlier. They were non-existent.
Yeah, bro, that is what is
Not
called
even weak.
kucheza chini.
Kuna.
I'm
You're playing it down, huh?
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Hauna. That's what it is.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, the criteria Dala basically because I curate the lineup. It's just if I think it's a good vibe, for the event. It's supposed to be a platform to showcase, your talent as a singer-songwriter. It's mainly gained to singer-songwriters. So not necessarily rappers or like hype stuff, it's very
Laid
very
back,
Yeah,
chill.
very chilled.
All right.
And the idea is that each one is gonna be slightly different from the last, right? So I don't know what's in store for Dala Volume 4, but we'll see. Yeah.
All right, when the times get there. But just looking at the event space in Kenya, because I feel like now
There's a lot of stuff going on.
there's a lot of stuff going on in the events.
Yeah.
And most of what I'd call the events that are on that mainstream platform don't actually, personally, that's me speaking for myself, they don't actually give value back, because I had the idea of going to an event and I have to wait for the main act or most of the acts like 10 hours
After doing aerobics
from the start of the event
for 3 hours.
and then you have 3 hours where normally they have just a hype man who just makes sure that you guys jump up and down.
You're tired.
I feel like that old vibe where the main act gets on stage, it's an overnight gig and the main act gets on stage at 2 a.m. I feel like
that's what like Dala is supposed to be changing. Is that it's supposed to be an event for the musician and the person experiencing it as well.
Okay.
The concert goer. Like in the last one, we had an opportunity for people to just paint together. At the back, right at the back of the, of the venue space, like there was painting, and you could paint with a partner, or so like they were. It's a family event as well. So
Can
people,
bring kids.
Yeah, can bring kids. This is to experience this nice time on a Sunday. What better way to spend a Sunday than come with your family, hang out, maybe have a few drinks.
but I don't know when you have kids in the picture, how do you control the alcohol?
Why?
because I know in Kenya, I'm just speaking about the government, right?
Yeah.
As soon as there's a gig and there's just a picture of a kid holding anything that is close to alcohol.
Yeah, but kids are not holding alcohol at
Yeah,
Dala.
I mean, just how do you control that? Like in an event, because I'm sure as soon as the event kicks in, everyone is just busy.
I think,
maybe
bro,
you're in
you
charge of
just
the
make
But
situation.
that's
sure
the
your
thing,
kid
it's
is
a
not an
small
alcoholic.
thing. It's not huge. We don't have 3,000 people at
Yeah.
Dala. We have like 100 to 150 people.
Okay.
You know, so it's a very controlled environment. So yeah, it's just a great vibe.
All right.
You should check out the after movie that I did for the Dala Volume 2. It's on YouTube. Just search Dala Volume 2 after movie and you'll find it.
What are you listening to right now?
What am I listening to?
Yes.
Right now.
Man, what a great question. I've actually been listening to Aaron Rumbui's album.
We need one song.
One song from Aaron Rumbui's album
No, the one that you bang into
that I've been listening to for so much.
I haven't
right
heard the
now.
album, but I'm
Simama.
gonna check it out.
Simama
Yeah.
by Aaron.
It's from the album Deeper that came out in 2016.
Alright.
But he was playing at Jay's on Thursday, last Thursday.
Yeah.
And I bought
Is
the
that what
album.
Blink is playing as well?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I need to. There's two albums that that came out in the past couple of days that I am dying to get into. I
Anderson
just
.Paak?
haven't had a time. Yeah, exactly. Anderson .Paak, Oxnard, and
Yeah.
Jaden Smith. So
I didn't know Jaden had an
has
album as well. It's not about
I did
Anderson
not
because
know.
I've been vibing
Yeah,
to
Jaden
it
dropped
since
an
it came
album.
out.
Just
Yeah.
making us listen to it. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out for
So
sure.
I need to check out those two albums. What else am I listening to? Let's see. Yes, I'm listening to Black Moon's EP,
All right.
who's going to be playing at Dala Volume 3.
Okay.
It's called Hertz.
Okay.
And I've been listening to Sun El Musician. You know the South African like house.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know him, but now I'm gonna check them
Yeah,
out.
man. It's called Africa to the World.
Africa to the world.
You know that one song though. The Angana Mampali.
But I didn't know who it is from.
Yeah.
So at least.
What do you say the
I'm
name
gonna
of the
check.
artist is?
Sun El Musician.
Sun El Musician. Is it one? Is it like one artist or a duo
it's
or
one-
a group?
one
It's one artist. All right.
So I'm done with listening to Vera Sidika, by the way. I'm over that now.
All right.
I'm listening to Kwame. He has a new jam. It's called Monoti.
Wait, you were actually listening to Versidika's song?
Yeah, it was last week.
Is it fire?
The video is fire. The lyrics are fire.
The visuals are fire.
Yeah, they banned
So,
the Mercedes and shit.
yeah,
that
tells
was
you
pretty cool.
Okay.
It's not fire.
Yeah, so I was
straight
listening to
up.
Vera. That was
It's just
done.
being political
So right
correct.
now I'm listening to Kwame. He has a song called Monoti. It's bad. It's banging. You just go check it out.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, just check it out. It's you're gonna like that. Yeah. You.
And so I'm listening to this song for the first time. There's this song from South Africa where guys have just been falling the whole time. I was curious to check it out.
dude. What is it called?
So his name is the artist is called King Monanda and the song is called Malwede.
But what's the thing?
The thing,
You're listening to
the
this
dance
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's
I
called
don't.
the dead.
There's the challenge.
Yeah,
There's
there's
a
a-
Oh
dying.
man.
Because I hear he says like he collapses every time something happens.
Yeah, yeah.
He collapses, man.
But hey, let's not even lie. We're also listening to Dundaing by King.
Hey, tonight we are
Don't
today.
go. Don't go.
So Junior, tell guys how they can find you online, how they can check out the different things that you do.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it should be vibe.
Various things that I do. You can find me online, Twitter and Instagram at Junior Nyong'o. Or if you search Flower Boy, that is my alter ego. And it's not my
Right.
alter ego, it's just me. What else?
Is it because you couldn't get an actual flower?
Why? No, my friend knitted this actually.
Ah, okay. Looks good.
I wear it.
He started wearing flowers, Juicy. So anyway,
True.
yeah.
What else? Yeah, on YouTube you can also look for me. Junior Nyong'o as well. What else? I'm a musician as well. I play the saxophone and I rap a bit.
Nice. You wanna
Yeah.
spit?
You wanna drop
16
I'm
bars?
not
bars?
dropping bars, bro, without you paying me.
Ah.
Hey.
Alright.
No, that's one ngoma. Junior.
I was saying
Listen,
Kenya wana
it's
maringo
called the
sana.
Malwede Challenge.
Malwede
Ah,
challenge.
Yeah.
Malwede. Right,
Yes, the Malwede Challenge.
That's it. That's
All
it.
right.
Okay.
So I'm Arosh official on all platforms. That is when I say all platforms, I mean IG and Twitter.
Yeah.
Remember to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you next week, same place, same time.
And we are the Just Kidding podcast online across all your social media handles. I go by that guy Chaxi across the same handles. Bless.